So guys, now you have the mute permissions. If you have any questions, you can ask. Just one by one then, okay? Ask the questions one by one.
Hi, Hemu, this is Shweta here.
Yes, Sweta, go ahead.
So if somebody asks what is SP3 architecture, so will it be like all the processing of the content check is done parallelly, or is it that the Jaguar chip, the Octane chip, and the Liger Tiger chip, they all are processing simultaneously?
Your your Octeon till this Octeon chip,
Hmm.
everything is serial. Okay.
Hmm.
And after that, when your packet is reaching into the Jaguar chip, it is a single pass architecture. Here it will do the single pass processing. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
This
SP3
is
is
a
mainly in the Jaguar chip.
in SP3 there is a part of single pass software. This is in basically Jaguar chip. Okay. Because if you will see the parallel processing hardware means like hardware we have a this hardware is divided, right? If you will see this diagram, hardware is divided. We have a dedicated hardware for dedicated task. And even though your data plane CPU Octeon chip is also divided into three another planes, means these particular hardware can able to work parallelly, right? They can able to process the packet parallelly because they have a dedicated RAM and dedicated CPU. So that
Right.
is your parallel processing hardware. Okay.
Okay.
Because each hardware has a dedicated task, and we have a dedicated RAM and CPU for each hardware. Each hardware has a dedicated responsibilities. Okay. If I will mention in this way, let me just mention in this way, then you guys got it properly. Like your ingress stage. These are the packet processing stage. We have an ingress stage. Then we have a flow lookup. Then we have a silo path, which is a firewall session setup state. Then we have a fast path. Then we have a app ID. Then we have a content ID. And then we have a forwarding stage. So what used to happen? Your Jaguar chip is responsible for ingress stage, flow lookup, silo path, fast path, and forwarding stage. And your Octium chip is responsible for ingress stage, flow lookup, silo path, fast path, and forwarding. And your app ID and content ID is done by the Jaguar chip. Now, whatever session is offloaded by this particular Octium chip towards the Liger or Tiger chip towards the network processor, and after that, this network processor can able to do the ingress stage, flow lookup, because silo path it don't need to send that packet because session is already there, right? When session will establish, when layer 7 is complete for that session, then only it will offload, right? So silo path is not needed. Your fast path and your forwarding, all these tasks done by the network processor for the offloading. That's how the packet processing happens inside the PAN OS. Okay.
Got it, Hemu. Hemu, one last question for today. I'm a little confused between the ingress stage and the flow lookup. So in the ingress stage, it will get all the 6 tuple information, and in the flow lookup, it will extract it and try to check for the routing
No, no,
information.
no, 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 no. Let me just go here. What used to do, this diagram is not clear actually. So do one thing actually, you can just park this question for tomorrow, because in tomorrow we will going to discuss this packet flow. That time I will tell you what are the exact tasks is happening in your ingress stage. Okay. What are the tasks is happening in your flow lookup, then what are the tasks in silo path, then fast path, app ID, and all these things. Okay. Because
Okay.
it's a part of your packet flow. So I will cover that part tomorrow. Don't worry.
Hemu, you just explained that once the session has established, then it's taken care by network processor, right?
Mhm.
Can
I
you
have
just
not
repeat that
said
part?
that thing. Just be specific with the statement, Maninder. I have said it will, whatever the session is offloaded by the Octium chip towards your network processor. Only this session is handled by the network processor. Otherwise, it will not handle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And what type of session it will offload? It will offload the session whose layer 7 is completed. And when this layer 7 is complete, otherwise, see, Palo Alto Firewall try to send every packet through your Jaguar chip. But let's suppose we are getting the encrypted packet continuously, and we have not configured the decryption. Then there is no sense to send these packets to the Jaguar chip, right? Because it is not able to do anything. It's all encrypted, right? So that is the main reason we will offload that particular data towards the network processor, because offload means now we are offloading the load from here to here. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Guys, any other questions?
Yeah, I get a question regarding the even G. I'm having difficulty to set up the lab. So, is there anyone who can help me
Don't
with?
worry right now. When I will go through with the event installation and other things, after that I will help you. Okay,
All right.
don't worry.
Thanks.
So Liaquat, firewall like have a different timers for different type of sessions. Okay, like for TCP it will have a timer of 1 hour. For UDP it has a timer of, I think, 6 seconds. I don't really remember the exact value, but we can always check. And these things I am going to cover in future. Okay, so guys, what I will do, I will also request one more thing. Do not ask the question from the future thing. Okay, because sometimes it make like confusion for the other peoples. I'm not denying you can ask one-to-one always, that's not a problem. If you will run this command show session info, you will get like for TCP default timer is 1 hour. Then for we have a UDP somewhere here. Guys, anyone able to see the UDP? What is the line number for that? Default UDP timer is
50
30
seconds.
seconds and ICMP 6 seconds. Okay, and we do have a other time, because these things I will cover. First, I have to explain you how the TCP three-way handshake happens, and you have to know all the TCP stays. What are the state of in TCP? Like we have a half open connection, right? There's a multiple things. So these things I will discuss. Don't worry, because we are just, I have just started the things. Okay, so don't worry, we will see all these details. Cool. Anyone have any other questions, guys? You can ask.
Hemo, this is Vijay.
Yeah, Vijay, go ahead.
Still, other than this Palo Alto firewalls, network firewalls, still they're going as a serial processing only.
Yes, other firewall, they are doing the serial processing. They have a
Even
multi-pass architecture.
okay, but multi-processing architecture. Correct?
Multi-pass architecture, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multi-pass architecture, but all features is available in one box. Correct?
Yeah, feature is available, like whatever FortiGate checkpoint and all these devices I have mentioned, they have that type of things. Okay.
Only real advantage is single pass parallel processing is the
Yes.
advantage.
Yes. Yes. And also let me tell you one thing, like like when you have joined any organization like 10 years back and all, right? Maybe
Yeah.
your salary is less, right? When you will get some experience, you will get more money, right? More salary. Why you are getting? Because your database is improved now, right? You have a
Correct.
improved database, right? So in firewall also, because Palo Alto is the first firewall which comes with all these particular features, right? And because it has all these features, so that is the main reason this firewall become very popular. It has a up-to-date database and other things, right? So that is the main reason people are using this Palo Alto Firewall a lot, because I have seen like Checkpoint, it was having the very good market, but nowadays Checkpoint is not used by the peoples a lot, right? Even though Checkpoint is a very old firewall in 1993, before 1993, like Checkpoint was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking one diagram. I have very good diagram on session of loading. I'm not getting it, unfortunately. And guys, let me tell you, like these things, no one asks you in the interview. Like people is don't know all these things. Okay, these are the things which I used to cover on my advanced tech troubleshooting, and I have just introduced these things so you guys have some idea. Okay.
Okay.
No.
But every interview they're asking SP3 architecture. What is
Yes. So
SP3?
if you will explain that architecture, this is well and good, right? They will get to know you have the idea. Okay. So try to
Hemu, could
explain.
you please explain me the difference between Fortigate?
Sorry, can you just come again? Hello? Somebody asking something? Looks like you are trying to ask this, like what is the difference between Palo Alto and Fortigate, right? So man, I don't know Fortigate, so I'm not able to give you the comparison. But as per my knowledge, both firewalls have a same type of features. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Anyone have?
No, where you are going to upload this session, today's session?
You will get. I will upload that session on my video portal, and I will guide you through. Don't worry. Okay. I will put the details on your WhatsApp chat. So guys, maybe like today's class session and tomorrow class session, you guys needs to wait for some time because I need to create the course and other things on my portal. And going forward, actually, you will get everything on time. Okay. Just update. Any other questions anyone have?
And how we will get these notes?
So guys, see these type of notes you have to create, because you know these are the things. For that I don't have any type, because these things I cannot able to capture. So you have to make your these notes like these architecture things and all in the pen and paper basically. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that information it's very hard to capture. So some of them I have captured, like I have created this diagram, right? Like where I have written all the things, all the step with regards to packet flow. So where I have put this diagram, these stages I have put, right? So whatever possible I am basically putting, but always try to create like these diagram which I'm drawing. Like for that you have to basically create this diagram in your notebook somewhere. Okay.
But the one you're showing, you will be sharing it, right?
What this one,
I'm like
these.
this one, yeah.
No, these how I can able to share. I cannot able to copy all these things actually. Okay.
Okay.
No. Because how the traffic flow, all these things I cannot able to write in, because it's very hard to write, right? It's take so much time. So, but you can write like in pen and paper easily.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is not kind of a screen recording?
Sorry? No, this is not a screen recording, man. But you will get these details in the video as well. So you can pause the video, you can draw these type of diagram, right? Like I'm doing, because I will draw multiple type of diagrams basically when I'm explaining anything, right? So these things I cannot able to capture because these things change always.
Okay.
But whatever possible, I will give you. Don't worry. I have a lots of theoretical notes and other things that I will provide. Cool. Anyone have any other questions, guys? If you have any, you can ask.
Last question that I have for a day. So, you were saying about when you were explaining the Palo Alto devices, there was a VM series as well. So I don't have a much idea about VM, right? But what I understand is that when you install up a PA or any other firewall, you give a dedicated RAMs and cores to that box, right?
This
So,
is the
but
VM series device. If you will see my
exactly.
screen, this is the VM series which I have installed on my VMware. I have given around
Exactly.
16 GB RAM, 4 CPU. These are the hard drive and other things, right?
So
Network
when you were
adaptation.
showing that on the screen, so under the VM100 there was some specific configuration, right? So is it like that's a required configuration for a VM or how?
Let me just open. Let me go there. Tomorrow I will also cover that part. A1. And all these images, guys, I have just copied from the internet only. Okay. Let me go down. You were mentioning this, right? This one.
Yeah, just below. Yeah. So no.
These numbers,
Yeah, this
right?
is just one. Yeah, these numbers. So like
So
under
these,
VM
like these are the like model number, like VM 700, VM 500, VM 300, VM 100, VM 200, and VM 50. These are just the series of VMs.
Okay.
Okay.
And
But
these series have.
nowadays, what used to happen, like they have changed everything now. Everything coming like a virtual CPU. How many CPU plus how much RAM plus how much SSD you are giving to your resource. It depends on that one, because if we have seen the resources, right? Let me just show you one more time so it will clear your doubt, because this is a bit old slide. Still these VMs are there, because like on my lab I am having VM 300. If I'll go at the last, which is 5th, right now you can see now they don't have a series, right? They have changed with the virtual CPU and 50 RAM. And all these
So is it
throughput and other thing depends on these values
so
only.
this 50 GB RAM and 32 is it like maximum that this series can support? Is it?
Yes, right. This is the maximum value.
Okay. And
Or
if in that case,
generally what used to happen when we will install these particular VMs, like see these things that applied for your cloud environments majorly. Because when you will deploy these images on AWS, in AWS you will get the pre-built images. These AMI you will get. Amazon machine instance, okay, AMI. What used to happen, these AMI is designed like when you will deploy, they will by default take this much CPU and this much RAM. Okay, so that is the main reason they are having this thing, and this is the data sheet for that.
So is it based on the image that they will automatically pick this much RAM and
Yes, because these
CPU?
are the images we are having dedicatedly for these cloud environments.
Okay.
But then Hemu, if I'm going for EAS architecture, so I'm just deploying a VM with Linux platform, and I'm choosing some maybe 8 virtual core CPU and 32 GB RAM or something of that.
So that like you have to basically first choose which particular VM series you have to deploy, which model, because so if these things applied for the cloud environment, okay. Whatever this CPU and RAM you can see, this is for the cloud environment. But if you are doing in your VM infrastructure like I did, let me just show you my firewall.
I'm saying in the cloud itself. In the cloud, I'm deploying a VM, a virtual machine, a instance, okay, with my predefined like whatever is my requirement, with 8 virtual core or 16 virtual core CPU and 32 GB RAM, like that. So in that case, do I have to necessarily put the VM license of Palo only?
Yes, you have to purchase, like see, I have a license on this firewall for VM 50. The thing is, well, let me tell you one thing. See, Palo Alto devices, like let's suppose we have this Palo Alto device, okay? And if it's a VM50, it can able to support around 64,000 per second. These are the session capacity, 64,000 sessions total. If you will purchase a VM 300, this VM 300, what it will support 256,000 sessions. Okay, so this depends on these things only. Like whatever the VM model or whatever the license you have purchased from them. Okay, it depends on that part as well. Like according to the license on your VM, they will basically open the capacity of your Palo Alto VM series firewall. Okay, what is the capacity to handle the packets?
So in the hardware box, we have a dedicated RAM and CPU for management plane and the control plane. What about in the VM series?
In VM, we don't have. In VM, we have a segregation at the software level. We have a management plane and we have a data plane at the software level we are having. Okay.
So basically, when we say VM 100, VM 300, it's a license, is it?
Yes, yes, yeah. It is just a license model for that. Okay. Because they will only open these many capacity for that according to that particular license, which license you want to purchase. Okay,
Okay.
let me just show you. If I'll go here, if I'll show you the details, you can see this particular VM. Show version info. It can able to support around 64,000 sessions. 65,000 sessions. Okay, like I have another firewall which is not running right now, firewall 2 on my left. This firewall 2 having a VM 300 license, and it can support 256,000 sessions. Okay. So generally it will open the resources. Generally, let me tell you one thing, like there were one news came from Palo Alto. What used to happen? Right now, whatever access you will get in your Palo Alto Firewall, it is just a user mode access. Generally in your Linux, we have a user mode and we have a kernel mode, right? Or we have a root mode. You never get the root mode access in the Palo Alto Firewall. If you will get the root mode access, what you can able to modify the settings, because Palo Alto have put some limitation. This particular VM can only able to support 64,000. This is the limitation put by the Palo Alto. There were one incident happened few years back. Like there is a one tech. Maninder, can you be on mute, please?
Sorry.
So what used to happen, guys? There were one incident happen. There is one Palo Alto tech engineer. He has provided the root access to one of the firewall at one of the customer location, and that customer, whatever engineer we will be having here, he is a very good in programming. What he has logged into inside the root mode, and he has just remove these restrictions of the session, and after that firewall devices start supporting more sessions. Means he had just removed these restrictions, and what he had just filed a case against Palo Alto. Like Palo Alto just said it can support up to these sessions, but it is supporting more because Palo Alto put this particular restrictions. Okay, so that particular case happens. So guys, this particular generally thing is happens on the basis of license, what is the capacity and other things. Okay, cool guys. Anyone have any other question you can ask, otherwise probably we can close for today.
So, Hemu, can you go back to that VM screen where you were showing that your lab, right? I have a question from there.
Yeah.
No, not this, the lab you showed, right? Where you didn't turn on that firewall, right? The VM, your VM?
This one, right?
Yeah, can go to home tab once. Home tab. Yeah. I mean, originally we get a VM with a configuration that you were yeah. So this is originally the VM is, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
if I'm buying, let's say, VM 100 from a Palo Alto, so according to the VM 100 license or a image capacity, it will open up the sessions, concurrent sessions, and all that, right? Is it?
Yes, right.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And you have to basically also check the documentation, what is the RAM and other thing you have to basically put there. So, I have
What
put
VM
like
100
16
support?
GB for virtual CPU and other things. Okay. So you have to check the deployment guide, because they have a deployment guide for like how you can deploy Palo Alto on EXI environment or in your like whatever the virtual platform you are using. They have the deployment guide you, and you have to follow these guides for that. They will mention all that detail, like how much CPU, RAM, hard disk you have to provide.
I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, what we can do, we can close now, and from tomorrow onwards, guys. Wait, let me complete. And
Okay.
tomorrow onwards, guys, I will start your session exactly at 6. Okay, so please try to join on time. Now go ahead.
Hemu, I have one small doubt. Are you this session? Are you able to giving any tips for the certifications, or is there any more?
Let me just complete, right?
Okay.
I have just started, right? You need
Okay.
a certification tips, right?
Yes.
First practice, man. I will do lots of practice. Start practicing these things. Start creating your notes.
Okay.
Okay. When you will become familiar with this Palo Alto, definitely I'm going to help with the certificate. I will guide you through. Okay. And I
Sure.
will tell you what are the best way to read the like to get the Palo Alto information. You don't need any type of document and nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I always refer these documentation which I will get from the Palo Alto help. This is the best document which I have seen in the Palo Alto.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So
Okay.
Hemu sir.
go ahead.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm just asking this question. Is is after the joining this batch. Is this weekend batch or the weekdays also?
Weekends only.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Anyone have anything else, guys?
One more thing, I having some weekends on Sunday have a shifting. So every Sunday I'm not available. So can you please help me with the recorder session?
Yeah, you will get the recording. Definitely, like every class I used to record, like I did today, and you will get the recording.
Okay.
When the Q&A also I used to record, and I will share. Don't worry. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay, guys. So probably we can disconnect now. And for today and tomorrow, these videos got delayed bit. So you have to bear with me on that. And going forward, you will get everything on time. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye.
Hemu, at least YouTube you will be sharing tomorrow.
What you need in YouTube?
No, this video, this session.
I have to make a decision on that. Okay, don't worry. Even though in my YouTube you will get that particular session from previous batch as well. Okay, so I will try to upload on my portal only. I don't want to upload on YouTube, and I will not put any restrictions, so anyone can able to watch. Okay, don't worry. That's my headache.
Okay.
Okay, guys, take care. Bye.